Rolexes, I want to find out what are the 5 major things or important things that you look for when you're looking to buy a watch, because obviously you buy watches and you sell them and you want to make sure they're authentic Rolexes. And we're talking about Rolexes right now. Yeah. So what are the 5 things you look for when you're looking to buy a watch from someone?
I have a Rolex Submariner, aka the Starbucks, reference 126610. I have a customer who brought this in yesterday and he wants to sell it. However, these sport models and the new models, they're very tricky and you got to be very careful to make sure they're all authentic and all the pieces are. So I look at the bracelet, the bezel, the dial, the case, and then of course the movement. Which actually I have it, I think, a little loosened up here since I was checking it yesterday.
This is the first time I'm seeing the inside of a Rolex, so this is cool, okay?
I think everybody else is also one of their few times seeing it too.
Yeah.
So the new Submariner has a 3235 caliber movement in it, as you see engraved right there. So I've looked at this and to me, everything checks out perfectly. But with these models, nowadays there's some crazy things in the market. So I want to double check it even with a watchmaker's opinion as well, even though I know it's all good, but just to make sure.
So that's one of the things. And then what is all this back here?
So Rolex has all these cool engravings and markings that distinguish each and every model. Wow. Based on the metal that's used in the watch and stuff like that, and the model number, of course. The next thing I look for is going to be the bezel. Every Rolex bezel is a little different. Some are made out of precious metals like gold or platinum. Most of them are stainless steel. And then the sport models have these special inserts and they come in different colors. The insert has to be 100% original, because if let's say this is an all original watch and it was just a regular black Submariner, somebody could have just put a green and now it's worth a few thousand more.
Okay.
So I have to make sure this insert is original. Next, I have to look at the dial, make sure the print is perfect. Rolex, I mean, they're a high-end luxury brand. There's no mistakes or errors on this face.
Yeah, okay.
Or any damage. Next, on the newer models, they have engraving on the inside rim here.
They do? Wow, okay.
Sure. Yeah, you got to make sure that is laser engraved and it's perfect also. And then the last thing is the crystal here. And then at the 6 o'clock position, there's a Rolex crown etched, which you won't be able to see to the naked eye unless you're really good.
Oh, I see something there. Okay, got it.
It's at the 6 o'clock and it's a hologram. That's an original Rolex crystal as well. And then lastly, I'll look at the bracelet. I'll take it apart. I'll check the markings on the inner clasp here. Make sure everything's perfectly engraved and original. Everything looks good, has all the correct markings. And a lot of people don't know this, but Rolex also has the markings on the end piece, and that's why I removed the band. That's the final markings that you got to look for there.
So a lot to check to make sure that this is authentic, and not necessarily authentic as a Rolex. It could be, but you're right. They could have changed this. They could have changed something else where it increased the value to what it was. Now, does every Rolex come with a serial number?
Yes, 100%.
Okay. And that serial number, can that be matched with, let's say they don't have box and papers.
Yes.
Can it be matched with some sort of a list that tells you this is actually the Starbucks one?
So no, there's no way to check the serial number in a specific database, and that's why it makes it hard to authenticate the watches, and you have to be a true professional and been doing this a while in order to really know what you're looking for. So it's not just a number that you can punch in online and say, hey, is my watch real with this serial number? There's nothing like that. It's not like a car VIN number that where was this sold originally and stuff like that. They don't have that kind of database, and only the manufacturer has that information.
Got it.